What's up, gang? What's up, gang? What's up, gang? If you're new here, I don't know where I'm going to put this at. So, y'all know what to do. Grab your water, grab your chapstick, come on in and grab your messages, I guess. Um, we're going to talk about I don't think we're going to talk about the situation that happened in South Carolina. We're going to talk about the creator who came online and said, I love when the Black community talks about boycotting Asian businesses. And then he goes on to list different businesses, right? I should have taken notes, but I really didn't care to. They start with the nail salon and the Chinese carry out and the beauty supplies, and he says the laundromat and your grocery stores and your liquor stores. First off, I'm from Detroit. So I just want to put a hole in this whole parable real quick. I'm from Detroit. So our liquor stores and most of our grocery stores are Arabic owned or Middle Eastern, if you prefer that word, or Middle Eastern owned, right? I personally don't go to Chinese nail shops anymore or Asian owned nail shops, Vietnamese owned nail shops, whomever owned nail shops. I don't go anymore because they're very, very disrespectful. As somebody who don't have a problem paying for my medium French set and my toes to be done, I expect you to give me the same courtesy you giving a white bitch next to me that's running you through the ringer, that's disrespecting you down to the floor. But instead, and it's so funny because I know we populate and build the clientele in most of those places. And that's because we like when we go to somebody and we're loyal to them in the service space, we try to like follow them through. And it's very imperative or very it's very obvious that kind of loyalty to certain service providers is very unappreciated, number one. Number two, another reason I stopped going is because I'm a licensed beauty professional, licensed cosmetologist. I've had my license for like 6 years now, 5 or 6 years now, almost six, 5 or 6 years now. And personally, I know what to do when I know how to clean an elbow. I know what to do when you're supposed to, and I don't see that being done. So disrespect and y'all are dirty. So I don't go. Because like my dollar is important to me, and I feel like it's important for me to shop where I'm not disrespected at. As far as like the beauty supplies go, that one's so interesting to me too because no shade, no tea. If you're from Detroit, you might understand. I hate a Lee beauty supply. I hate a Lee beauty supply. Not because of like they don't have what I'm looking for, not because it's the first closest thing to me. I hate to Lee beauty supply because of how they act when I walk in there. And don't get me wrong, shit happens in your business, of course. But like I hate the way they act. And I don't make no excuse for it. That's how they all carry in all of those types of businesses. All Asian owned businesses, they kind of carry the fucking thing. They're very rude. They suck at customer service, in my personal opinion. And we're just expected to carry on with it, right? But like I really want to speak to that because just a few years ago on this same motherfucking app, there was a Black man who was trying to open a beauty supply in his neighborhood, and he was actually blocked from getting certain products in his beauty supply because he was in between two Asian-owned beauty supplies, and they wouldn't let him get. They barred him from getting certain products. And the reason I'm bringing that up is because motherfuckers will sit in here, first generation allies, because that's what a lot of y'all be. Y'all don't be people of color, y'all don't be Black and indigenous, y'all be first generation allies. Will sit in your face and tell you, oh, bitch, y'all ain't never owned nothing. Y'all don't own nothing. We don't need your dollars. Y'all ain't never forget every time we own something, every time we have something of ours, y'all, the Mayo monsters, they all come to destroy, seek, kill, and destroy. Don't ever fucking forget that. A lot of people will try and rewrite history and be like, y'all don't even have your own businesses. Every law that has been written in, even the laws that have accepted so many people in, because he talks about being an immigrant, we're going to come back to that. But every law that's been written in has been to stop us from owning a business, stop us from having equal rights, stop us from having equal liberties, stop us from having equal chances. That's why you brought up college. We're going to jump back to that. Because on this same app, some of the things that have happened about immigrants and colleges is very, very interesting. And to bring this up full circle, a few years later, honestly, is hee-haw fucking hilarious. Hee-haw fucking hilarious because you can't be serious. Your disdain, I won't even say blatant racism because it's not. It's like ignorance. It's you want to be racist. You want to be ignorant. You want to like whatever that is. It's not even an original concept. It's not even an original concept. Imagine that. That you on here thinking you reading and you coming up with the same shit an old bitch done said, another bitch done said. And to think you're listed like the people do all of this, the other races, the people of color do all of this so you could be in what you feel like is solidarity to whiteness. Because you'll never be one of them. You think you're going to be in solidarity. You'll never be one of them. Because that's something also he said in his video. When people spew this kind of ignorance and shit like that, you really have to listen to what they're saying because they tell you exactly who the fuck they are. Talking about some, we don't need you. We have white towns. Y'all next to the white people, huh? Y'all out there in the suburbs. Let's sit your wife down and ask her how the white people talk to her on a day-to-day basis. Let's sit one of your kids down and talk to them on an everyday basis. Because see, as a beauty professional, right? I know who be in the nail schools. Your people and my people. And a few sprinkles of the other people. That's who be in the nail schools. A few sprinkles of the other people, including the Mayos. A few sprinkles. So it's so funny you choose these certain types of professions to be like, oh, girl, well, y'all can do it yourself. Okay. All right. They do. They got businesses. Of course, we're not going to be able to appease every type of client and the whole clientele because, again, everything is set up for us not to have a business, not to own this, not to own that. It's all set up to be blocked against us. But of course, no one cares about that. No one cares about that. Bitch, everybody don't want to talk about being a motherfucking immigrant until it's time for you to benefit off the motherfucking word. Coming on here talking about y'all are being outworked by immigrants and people who don't speak the language. I'm not white. I don't care about none of that. I'm not white. I don't care about none of that. One more time, because you seem to be confused. I'm not white. I don't give a fuck about your immigrant status. I don't give a fuck about what language you speak. That don't have nothing to do with me. And that's the problem with a lot of immigrants. You come here and to think that the worst thing that can happen to you is you be treated like Black people. And then you simultaneously join the system in which you try and treat Black people like a second-rate citizen. And again, to be in a proximity to whiteness, and they don't want you in their club. Imagine filling out an application for the KKK and you still can't get in. Because when it came time to check the box, you had to check Asian American, immigrant American. What are you talking about? You are trying to use white rhetoric on us. We don't give a fuck about your immigration status. Ain't never gave a fuck about your immigration status, babes. That is nothing. That's something white people made up. That's a white rule white people put in place. Again, bitches will benefit off a system and then say, oh, no, because everybody in America got this notion that Black people are the only ones that get stamps. Baby, I want y'all to hop your asses down to the trailer park. See who over there getting government assistance. Everyone in the motherfucking trailers, babe. Hop your ass down to the Asian town. Like he said, going down to China. China. You remember that? Girl, you got time to be racist. And a man got on the platform and said, y'all whole group gave the people the disease. And while the other creator got up here and said, what, y'all gonna shut down the businesses? Y'all don't know. Y'all can't tell us apart. White people can't tell you apart. I know that the Chinese takeout may have a Korean worker in the back frying the rice down. It's still a Chinese carryout. Over at the Korean barbecue, because I live in Detroit. So we got a Korean barbecue. Ain't no Koreans in the back. You know who in the back? Some Middle Eastern boys. Oh, you want me to go to the nail salon that's half booked with So Young? And the other booths are empty. Huh? Because you got the salon, you just don't have the stylist to fit it. No shade, no tea. Y'all be having big ass salons and a lot of booths be empty. What are we talking about? Not saying you don't turn a profit, but I know what that means. Being in the game, being in the business. See, a lot of people think this motherfucker he's gonna come on here as a representation. I'm so glad y'all let him be the mouthpiece, because so many of his sisters, cousins, brothers, nephews, nieces, and uncles and grandmothers, a lot of their businesses are going to suffer behind this. And see, when you let somebody come on here and be y'all mouthpiece, he does become a representative for the community. So to the Asians that are sitting somewhere that are part of the Asiatic diaspora, that are part of the Asiatic diaspora, right? Because that man was coming over here talking about, y'all don't know the difference between Chinese, Korean, Vietnamese, Filipino. You part of the Asiatic diaspora, y'all all have to suffer. It's called collective punishment. Y'all all will suffer behind what this man has said. You think we don't know the Vietnamese hot pot, the Korean barbecue, the Chinese takeout, the Vietnamese nail shop? Oh, we do. We frequent all these places because, again, who keeping your business open? Y'all come here, and it's not even about coming here and acting a certain kind of way. It's about coming here and thinking you're going to have this proximity to a group that hates you. Again, we just spent the block on this. Talk about we go to college too. A few years ago, one of your homeboys got in league with a racist group. Because you said, bitch, they gave my spot in Harvard to a bitch who didn't need it. She got there on DEI. And Harvard got out here on their motherfucking website and let you hoes know, bitch, you wasn't even in the top 10 for a spot, ho. You wasn't even one of the baddest of the baddest bitches. What do you mean? See, this is what we talk about when we say first generation allies. Y'all think y'all are undoing all these programs and all these systems to affect us, to affect people who were never benefited by those systems. I've never been benefited by a DEI or an affirmative action. My resume walks in the room and speaks for itself. I'm a real badass bitch on paper and off. Never benefited from no affirmative action, no DEI. Don't know about it. Don't know her. Just met her when y'all got her canceled. So to the people in the back, and I'm talking to my people, move, girls. To the people in the back talking about them, I don't know. I ain't heard nobody say I'm still gonna shop or whatever. Or you not gonna support Black businesses. Here's the one thing. Because one of the things I found out, and personally, in my personal opinion, about the Target boycott is you had a lot of large creators and large voices calling for a Target boycott, but not without putting alternatives into place, not without actual rigorous planning. The time they announced the Target boycott was like the first Friday of a month. Very bad timing, very strategically, very bad timing. If you were going to take something away from people or say, okay, we're no longer doing this, you need to give them an alternative, and you need to have that alternative readily accessible. This is how things happen, putting processes and steps in place. It is not just calling for a boycott, but it is actually follow through. The follow through work is where a lot of times the ball is dropped. There needs to be a system, alternatives put in place. And trust me, for the people in the back that are like, I don't want to support this, I don't want to support that, I don't want to have to travel out of my way. I understand, my love, but I am asking you, please try. If you can, please try. Sometimes you ain't gonna be able to help it. I know in Detroit, it's really a beauty supply on every corner, bitch. If you can find a liquor store, you can find a beauty supply. It's gonna be inconvenient, but try. Because of this, right? Because of this call to action, there's going to be a lot more. There's going to be an uprising of how much anger they display in these places, because now that anger is not stemming from they don't like you, it's stemming from there's money being affected, right? Because again, this person probably doesn't own a business, probably doesn't, bitch, I don't know what plant he works at, but he probably don't own no business. And this is why if most business owners keep their their political and racial and whatever beliefs, they keep that shit silent because y'all will stop supporting the business for whatever fucking reason. Usually is sometimes it don't even have to be a good reason. But and I mean that just in general, like that's the way of the world right now. People want to have the ability to take people's business and power and money away. And in actuality, a lot of people do. We do have that power as a collective group. But a lot of business owners, they're gonna suffer because they're like, bitch, I didn't have nothing to do with this. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter how many of y'all get out here and be like, it's not the whole community. We know that, but it's enough. It's enough. It's enough. We are at that point where it's enough. It's enough, yo. And it's not about like, it's not about proving a point. Because some people think, oh, this is just to make a point. No, it's enough. It's enough. It's enough. Like, we're sitting in an administration who backs no one. Literally backs no one. Like it is not in support of anyone. Not just damn the people of color, damn the blacks, damn the indigenous. It's in support of no one across the board. You got white farmers online talking about oh, I didn't read Project 2025 and now I'm about to lose my farm. Your fault. I didn't know what to believe. Your fault. You got the Hispanic girl talking about my granddaddy about to get shipped away. He got the cancer. Your fault. What we doing? A lot of y'all are voting. The Arabic community in Dearborn talking about, yeah, we gonna teach Kamala a lesson. Your fault. How'd that lesson get taught? What she get on the test, huh? We sending an administration that don't give a fuck about nobody, and still y'all still trying to find your solidarity, find your closeness. It's so sad. It really is so sad to like see y'all as like, and a better description of y'all are like literally the lichen in the movie Underworld. Like you're literal masterful wolves that transform, and bitch, you bound by a little iron chain, serving at this nigga's pleasure and leisure. Y'all fighting for entertainment. Mm-hmm. And the whole time, somebody I think I'm talking to the black community. I'm not. I'm talking to them people of color who are trying to get close to the white man. Wait till you get turned into a couch, though. Wait till you get turned into a couch, yo. Thinking you getting invited to a Klan rally. Y'all hoes be buffoon. Buffoon. But hey, like I said, first generation allies. They never really had to be an ally. Ain't never really had to be an ally. Most of y'all got parents and grandparents who be like, girl, fuck them. Fuck them people. Don't be like them people. And it's so funny because every sentence that's written and every bylaw that they're putting into place and taking away is to make y'all push y'all closer to us and further away from them. But you think because you've got a little position of power. Ain't nothing like a hoe in a stroll who thinks she got supreme pussy. Because what make your shit better than anybody else on the block? I'm gonna leave this here. I don't know where I'm supposed to say. Bye now. Get off my phone. I'll see y'all later.